Just got another box in the mail. Let's see what's in here. I think I know what it is. All right. Let's see what came in this box. Upside down. You just read it real quick. Nothing really needs to be read. MANGOAL Dashcam for a. Can you see that? Is that good there? Is the light reflecting so you can't read it? There you go. Gen 12, 23 to 25, Toyota Corolla. Let's get in this thing. I think we're going to cut it starting right here. Oops. Blade's kind of dull. And let's just rip it. There we go. That's easier. How does this come out of here? It should just slide out, right? There we go. Just knocked everything over off the camera there. This way or this way? I'm going to assume it's this way. Let's see what's in here. Aha! I got it right. So you got some instructions on how to use the app. Some more instructions about the app. The GPS module. I don't know if we got that. We'll have to see. That's upside down. Oh, look, a little dinosaur. Rawr. Okay, so this is the cover we're taking off. That's where it's got to get jointed in, it says. Looks like it clips right in. And there it is. So this one, you get a whole new cover and camera all in one. So that's pretty neato. SD card goes in there. We're going to take that sticker off. Need more, and that one too. And there's all your plugs. GPS, in case you have a GPS antenna. Not sure if it's in here or not. Let's see. I see something that looks like a GPS antenna. Neat. There looks like a power tap cord. Sure, I'll figure that out. Trim stick and memory card. What is this big old thing? Oh, it's the rear camera. I got a rear camera with this one. That's cool. And then there's the instructions with crisscrossing zip ties. And that's it. So first thing we're going to do before we go out to the car is watch the YouTube video by scanning the QR code in the instruction booklet. Let's go. It's a little windy out today, so hopefully you can hear me. We're going to go install this. Not in this. Not in that. But this thing right here. 2025 Toyota Corolla Hybrid. We're going to put it right up here. So, first step to get this plastic thing out the way. You just pry down on it. This unclips. This piece unclips from around the mirror. Slide that out. This whole thing comes off. I have access to the mirror. And you can see there's a power plug on this side here. We're going to pick up the power for the dash cam using this T adapter. So with the car off, unplug this from there, plug that in there, this in there, like so. And then you plug this into the dash camera, tuck this out of the way, which is this plug right here. We're just going to plug all this in together. Leave this wire for the GPS and the rear camera. Remove this cover so we can slide this back around the camera. Kind of get this mirror back out the way. Hook these wires. Oh yeah, don't forget to take the sticker off the camera lens. Not that anyone's done that before. Certainly not me. I think I'm going to have these just come off the top here for now. I'll leave that one cover off. And just line everything up and clip it back into place. Just like that. That is installed. Okay, so I got plugs, wires tucked up out of the way. Now I'm going to run the wires for the rear camera and the GPS antenna up through here along the headliner, kind of down and around. And then I'm going to mount the GPS antenna and the rear camera where they're supposed to go. So I'm going to run the GPS and camera antennas down through here, through the A-pillar, which I pulled away. Just got to pry down on this part here using the included little trim stick they give you, which works nice. And just right down here, put the GPS on the dashboard and run the camera to the back of the car somewhere back there. Okay, so the rear camera and GPS antenna both kind of connect the same way. They have these two plugs. There's a little rib on each side of the plug. There's a male portion on this one, female portion on this one. You just line that up, push it all the way together. And then on this car, you can tuck the wire up above the headliner, kind of get it out of the way, and just run it down all the way over to the A-pillar and down and around and to the back of the car for the camera and up on the dashboard for the GPS antenna, which works out pretty well. It's all tucked up out of the way, won't ever see it. Alright, so as you can see, or can't see because I hit it so well, wire runs down along the A-pillar right next to the wire, right next to the weather strip there, tucked in behind this panel. And I took off the sill plate, just snaps off, so you can see how I ran the wire through these little plastic guides, and then kind of pried this panel here, the B-pillar panel, up and out to get the cable underneath it. Ran it between the seat belt and the panel, so you can tuck the whole thing in down here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it all fits down in there. And here's the rest of the cable. You can unhook the cable from the rear camera at the rear camera, so it makes it much easier to run the cable than having one that's attached to the camera the full time. So we're just going to run this up underneath the B-pillar trim here, and then back up into this sill plate, and up here to the C-pillar and over to the rear window. Easy. Alright, wire is run up. Just going to tuck it in here along this panel, and then we pulled this panel down. It just clips in real easily. So I can run the wire back along here and mount the camera up here in the corner, which I have promptly lost. There it is. So it mount to the window like that, and this part here rotates. So you can adjust it to whatever angle you need for whatever angle back window you have, which is kind of cool. And again, just make sure you take off this little sticker over the lens, which I can't do with one hand. Okay, all the wires are run. Got the antenna stuck to the dash. Got the rear camera in the back window, but it says to check and make sure that it's orientated properly. So top is top, bottom is bottom. So we're going to take the memory card, put it into the camera here. Like the first time. Yeah, it is. Sticker side down, or label side down. Push it in with your fingernail so it clicks. Now we're going to start the car up. Now we're going to get, okay, it's recording. Now we're going to get the app and get all that hooked up so I can see what the view of the camera looks like, get all the settings set up. Let's do that next. Okay, so you want to download and install the Skycam app, and I have it set up in my Ford, so when I go there, my camera's already connected to it. So we'll go to Add Camera. It says Install Camera, Power it on, which we did. And then we're going to connect the Wi-Fi of the camera. Is it this one? Hold on, I think the password is in the book here. Maybe I should read the manual first. See, if I read the manual, it says right there the Wi-Fi password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connect. There we go. Now we're connected. Okay. It's thinking. There we go. Camera connected. And yeah, there's the view of the camera in the front. Let's see. And it's got all the GPS stuff on there from the GPS antenna that I installed. And let's see, this is the change to the rear camera, which is upside down. I knew it. I don't know how I knew, but I knew it was going to be upside down. So you can switch back and forth between the cameras down here. So you can take a picture from here. You can start and stop recording. That button there. And you hear the camera say it's start recording. Then you go to the memory card. And if you have any files, it'll show them up in here. And there they all are from all the times we were recording, sitting here waiting to figure out what we're doing. There's a couple of snapshots we took when we pressed the button for snapshot. I don't know why the camera keeps losing focus. No locks, no parking. Okay. Back out of there, so it starts recording again. Go to the camera settings from here. And you can change speaker volume, resolution, loop time, all that stuff. Let's turn collision sensing on to, let's do low. Parking mode we'll leave off, etc., etc. Okay. It's the only thing I wanted to change, so we should be good to go now. I can finish installing after I flip that rear camera over because it's upside down right now. Pillar trim's been reinstalled. Ran the wire up to the camera, stuck the camera to the back window. Not the best place for it, but it's where it'll be kind of out of the way. Still gets a good view out of the back window. So make sure that that arrow is facing upwards when you do mount it, because that's the way the camera apparently records. Is up arrow is up, of course. That makes sense. Just follow that. I mean, the wire's kind of on the wrong side, but it is what it is. You can rotate this part of the camera as needed, so you get a good view out the back. And we're all done. Well, with this part anyway. Okay, cleaned up all the wiring, installed all the trim panels back into place. All I need to do now is install this little U-shaped piece that goes here and covers up this gap. Yeah, much better. No? Yeah. You know what? Once the mirror's back where it's supposed to be, you'll never ever see any of that. So there we go. So if I put my head on the headrest and put the camera in front of my face, this is my view. You can barely see the rear view camera up there in the mirror, but everything else tucked up out of the way. You can barely see the camera, so you pan down. You got your power button and your clip saving picture taking button. There's the LEDs. Memory card's over here. I took a sticker off the lens, so we're good to go. Let's go take it for a drive and get some captures. See what they look like.